back off, and wrist lock. Hey guys, it's Coach Tim here, Guerrilla Hapkido. We just got done with our last class of the night and of the week, Friday night. I'm with my good friend Ron, professional wrestler right here. Tonight we were doing some standing Hapkido, and Ron asked an important question. When we were doing our Hapkido grabs and he grabbed me, we were doing just a basic, I activate, I came up, I pulled out, and I attacked. And he said, what was the question? Why wouldn't someone just let go? And that came to the point of the class tonight. Keep in mind that a lot of these wrist grabs, the guy grabbing wasn't actually the attacker when these moves first came out. He was actually the defender, because what I was really doing was going to grab my blade and strike him. He's grabbing my wrist to stop me. So yeah, back in feudal times, if I had a blade, there's nothing that's going to make him let go of that wrist, because he knows as soon as he lets go of it, I'm going to kill him. So holding the wrist, yeah, I had all the time in the world to fight because he's not going to let go. Nowadays, no one's grabbing the wrist to stop me from grabbing a sword. Just because we don't necessarily train our Hapkido to defend against wrist grabs or clothing grabs that stop us from grabbing a sword, we can still apply these Hapkido fundamental techniques to modern day grappling and fighting. What I mean is, here's an example. Rambo grabs my lapel. Yeah, another very common technique you see in self-defense and jiu-jitsu and Hapkido. One of the first things you learn is you cross over. Of course, I'm gonna keep my vital areas inside my nest, my bird's nest right here, so if he does strike me, he doesn't strike any vital areas. But once I come over, my thumb comes down and it activates that little point. The tip, I call this the midget finger, because this index finger and this thumb aren't meant to connect, but this thumb is meant to connect to this bone. So I activate, I find the meaty part, and I pull over. Now I can do my wrist grabs and stuff. But let's talk about this same activation and how it can work in a bottom grappling, modern day jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling scenario. Come in position from the bottom or me from the top that you end up in wrestling, submission, grappling, jiu-jitsu is a Kimura. I'm sitting literally on his head. My legs are pinched together, his shoulders off the mat, and I'm going to sneak this arm under, no thumbs, and I'm going to do a figure four. Now from here, if he wasn't holding on, it'd be easy just to pull him up, turn my shoulders, come down for a nice Kimura. But what happens right here? They hold on to something. Even if they don't know martial arts, they hold on to their clothing, a strap, an LCE if they're in combat, maybe a backpack if they're in school. Something's going to keep me. I can't necessarily pull off. Here's what I'm going to do. I no longer need to protect this thumb. We call this a gorilla grip. He can't pull off. I weigh my chest down. Now my thumb comes back out. It activates that same spot. I activate that spot, I find his fingers, and I turn his wrist that way. His legs are already shaking and stuff. I pull off of his lapel. Now, instead of just coming straight across for a Kimura, I'm going to actually straighten his arm all the way back up. My figure four is still on, and I'm going to crank his wrist. Take the thumb, activate, turn, break off, bring all the way back up, and wrist lock. There you guys have it. There's your Guerrilla Hapkido move of the week. How to activate those special Hapkido wrist locks and hand pressure points from the ground. Kimuras from the top. Oh.